Hello, beautiful people. Myself, Ash, and this video is going to be about how we can be unbothered and how we can be in such a playful state that we are not constantly in hurry and in rush, and we can enjoy the life that we have while also being unbothered in a very positive way. Okay, I'm not telling you to be unbothered in a way that you are here and there hurting people, saying the things that came in mind, and you are like, I'm unbothered by the consequences. No, not in that way, but in a way that when we drag ourselves down into the things that are not in our control, how to be unbothered by that, and how to be unbothered by the stuff when when life happens. Because there is so much trending on social media that you should just cut off people and you should have boundaries. But I believe that the boundaries that social media are teaching us are not boundaries, they are the walls. Because when you are in the walls, it is not healing, it is not boundary. When you are not in contact with other people and always in your own world, that is a prison. Okay, true boundaries are when you know that you are in contact with people and you are in healthy contact with people. Okay, that is the boundaries. And when we are around people, we constantly get triggered by them. And why we get triggered by them, there is there are so many videos about survival mode that I have put on my YouTube channel. But survival mode is something that protects us from predators, that used to protect us from them when we were, when we used to live in forest and when we used to have life threatening situations. But right now in the modern world, we don't have those kind of situations. Now we are not into wars, we are not into, you know running in the wild. Okay, we are very much safe. So what our bodies have done, how they have, due to evolution, how they have become now that the effect of survival mode used to be physically, now it is psychologically. Now we get triggered by small small stuff. Okay, we constantly think about how we should behave, how we should talk, how we should, say something. And with the rise of social media, it's even more that if you are saying this thing, then you are, a red flag. If you are doing that thing, then you are a green flag. And if you, sit like this, then you are very elegant. And if not, then you are this, then you are that. It's like we are uh, in a constant surveillance that someone is checking up on us, that uh, how much aura points we have and how much we don't have them. And this is a constant worry. And we are shifting into the survival mode that is psychological, that literally can't let us be at rest with our mind, that constantly make us bother about how we are presenting ourselves to the people, how people are perceiving us, how they are literally, how we are in their eyes, which is definitely the, I can say, the worst kind of living. Because we are not constantly here to impress everyone, and honestly we can't. People see us with their perception. Even if you are doing everything for them, they will not see you in the light that you want them to see. Okay, so we are constantly thinking, constantly doing that, how we should be, so that we are, free. And due to this, we are in survival mode. Okay, we are, you know even small things affect us so much that, you know this person says this to me, this person does that to me, and he made that kind of face when we were speaking. And we are just trying to decode everything. and every time. And that's why it's so important, I can say that it is a privilege to have that kind of people right now who are true to themselves and who make space for you to be true of yourself in this world. It is really a privilege. And that's what I was saying, that because of the survival mode we are constantly bothered, we are constantly into survival mode, thinking about the things that we shouldn't be thinking about, and we are constantly worrying about our future, our things that are not in our hand now. And you know what, for example, you can say that you have some things that you want to achieve, and you are doing really trying to achieve those things, but you uh, again at the end of the day you think like, I'm a failure. People of my age are doing this, are doing that. And but the truth of life is that there will always be the things that you can get, there will always be the things that you can be, and it is life. And it is never, your life isn't meant to be the script of someone else, it's yours, okay? And if you will not learn to enjoy it today, you will not enjoy it tomorrow, even if you are going to have all the things that you are right now carrying, okay? And that's what I'm talking about when we are in that state of worry, in that state of constantly analyzing ourselves, analyzing all other people, analyzing the situation. We are in survival mode, and we, you know at the base level of everything, like I have talked about this in my manifestation video, we are made up of atoms, and atoms are made up of electrons, and electrons, by the observer effect in quantum science, electrons appear where we put our attention, okay? So when our consciousness, our being, our true being is energy, and it's attention, okay? we The things that we put our attention on grows in our life. So if you are constantly putting your attention on the things that you don't have, on the things that are bothering you, for example, you are um, watching a reel where a person is getting all of the things that you dreamed about, okay? And then all then your day is kind of messed up, okay? You are like, I'm a failure, I haven't achieved all that, and the person of my age have achieved all that. You don't know the circumstances behind the person, you don't know the scenes behind the person. Maybe they have rented that stuff, okay? Because on social media there are a lot of things that are rented, and there are a lot of things that are not true. People are just um showing you the perfect side of themselves, okay? So you have not seen that, but you have clearly messed up your day by thinking about that. So you have placed your attention on the things that are not there in your life. Okay, so what happens is that now you are in constant worry, and our brain is so dramatic. It make you worry more. It will tell you that, if you have a thinking that you are a loser or you are a failure and you don't have this and you don't have that, your brain will um catch up to all the things. It will, you know kind of collect the witness of all the things, that look, this is the situation where you don't have this stuff, look, this is the situation where you don't have this, okay? It will select all the things that will make your belief more strong about yourself, that you are a failure. And it is also true, for the, other way around. If you think that you have achieved things, you have achieved things that you wanted a year ago, then your brain will definitely uh, try to collect the facts through which you can now achieve your dream reality that you now want to achieve. So our brain literally play games with us. It's like, for example, a person behaved rude with you, and you are like a random person, okay? You are like, they behaved like this with me and I'm just listening. Maybe if this person is behaving this with me, then the other person will also behave like this, and I have no value in the eyes of people. Your brain will definitely say stuff like that. But we you what you can do in such a situation is that you will thought to yourself that maybe that person is having a bad day. Or the best thing that you can do is that maybe that person had a fight with their spouse. Okay, so that's it. That's the best case scenario. Maybe they had a fight with someone they loved and now they are acting all strange, and it doesn't mean that everyone will behave like this with you. It have nothing to do with you. Okay, uh, give people the benefit of doubt, because at some point you will also want the benefit of doubt from people around you. So yeah, that's the thing. And shut up your mind when it says that you are this, you are that. Just let it be. Let your mind say things and don't take them very personal. Don't take them like, it's called metacognition, that where you can observe your mind as a third person. And I have talked a lot about this, that try to observe yourself as a third person. Many things will be nice in your life when you try to do that. Okay, so, and if you are someone who is anxious, who have an anxious attachment style, then you are like, why this person is doing this with me? Maybe they don't love me now. Maybe no one cares about me now. Your brain is more and more melodramatic. Okay, so you have to do that thing more. You have to, always affirm that not everything is that personal. Okay, if people are behaving like this with you, maybe they have some problems that are their own. It doesn't have to be always with you. And if you are someone who is avoidant, then you can be like, if someone is abandoning you, someone is not giving you the things the way you want them to behave, you can just have a clear communication rather than just abandoning them. Okay, clear communication solves so many things, rather than assuming that I'm all alone, I have to figure everything on my own and stuff like that. So our brain is like this, and what I am talking, but I have said all this because we are adults, and the survival mode have become psychological in nature, and to reduce that, there is only one way to reduce all this, is to be childlike again, to be playful again. And by playful, I'm not telling you to play with toys and stuff like this. No, by playful, it means that, you know maybe you are walking down the street and you see someone who looks very beautiful, and you can just tell them you look beautiful. Try to compliment people. Try to, take things lightly. Okay, if anything is happening, it doesn't mean that it is the end of the world. And um my sister, she is way too young. Okay, one day she was just she asked a lot of questions. Okay, kids do. So if we were watching pigeons, okay, so she was telling me that why this pigeon have wings and they can fly in the air, and why don't we have wings? Okay, of course it sounds silly, but then I told her that because we are humans and those are birds, and yeah, kids ask these kind of questions, then where you became just speechless. Okay, so she became sad for a moment that why don't we have wings? Okay, and the next moment she is happy like nothing ever happened. And then I literally just, I thought to myself that we are not like this. When we think that we don't have this stuff and we don't have that stuff, we ruin our whole day thinking about that thing. And here, this is the kid. Okay, they can cry when they feel bad. They cry. Okay, and the next moment they are fine. And why we can be fine? Because we are not processing our emotions like the way we are designed to. Okay, when we are kids, we are in our natural frequency. Okay, I remember that when I was kid, in my early teenage years, I can say that I was a kid who used to be perfectionist. Like I would do all the stuff, and then I let go the rest. Okay, I never thought about the results, and I was very good in sports, very good in studies, and I was like, it was my dream life. It was really my dream life. Like I had everything that I possibly could imagine in my life. Great friends, great, uh, everything was great because I was processing my emotions. I was not thinking about just one thing all the time, and I was doing my best, and I was letting go of the rest. I was in the bestest frequency that is possible, that can be used to manifest all the things. What is manifestation? Manifestation is doing the work and letting go the rest. Okay, not putting your attention on how. Okay, because not putting your attention on the stuff that is going wrong, because kids don't do that. Kids are like, they are happy, their natural state is happiness, and it's not their natural state, it's our natural state. We have become like this because we have put all those worries in our head, and we are constantly thinking about the stuff that we don't have. Okay, have you ever looked at a kid who got the thing that that he wanted from a very long time? He will be so happy. He will be constantly with that thing for days, for months. We don't do that. Whenever we get the things that we want the most, we are constantly on the other thing. That we don't have that. Now I have to work for the thing that I don't have. But have we ever celebrated the things that we have achieved? And this is a very, it's in the atomic habits. Like when you achieve a goal, or let's say that you are trying to build a healthy body, and you decided to work out 4 days a week, and for a week you have done that. Now celebrate that. Okay, because you have done that, celebrate that, so that your brain can produce dopamine that will help you to again get the feeling of doing that thing again. But what we are not doing is we are not celebrating all the things that we have. So that's why we are losing the spark. We are losing the motivation to again do that thing. Okay, that's why we are so much in lower frequency. That's why we can't attract the things that we want, because at the end all of these things are connected. So what I can say at last is that be a little bit less robotic. Okay, a little less robotic. You can be human. You can have all those imperfections. You can forget the things. You can enjoy the silly moments, and you can enjoy the things that you have achieved, because you have achieved them with the work, with the dedication. Enjoy them. There are so many things that you can achieve in life, and life is constantly about changing, about learning new things. Because I think the life that is stuck, that is constantly just, you have learned one thing in life and then you are like, I'm done learning, this kind of life is the most boring. So just enjoy life. We as an adults can just enjoy life, and this is so much better. Like happiness is also contagious. When we are happy, we make people around us happy, we make our environment happy. So that's the thing that we can do. And yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.